All right, here we are. Here we are at Iron Sleek, and we have our example of.
We need a call-in number. Our call-in number is 773-732-3865. You call in live, and we'll pick it up on the phone here, and then we'll be able to chat and answer your questions. 773-732-3865. If we get a marker, I can write it on the board. 773-732-3865. Mike, this is our fearful leader here, Mike.
Hi guys.
VP of Sales, Sean. I'm Anthony. We're all here working together.
This is our first Facebook Live, isn't it?
This is pretty much our first Facebook Live when we're all together. We've
That's
done
great.
short little segments, but this is going to be a little longer. We're going to go over all the system. We're going to answer your questions. We have a couple of our previous Rink owners calling in who are going to tell us about their experience. So let me know when you're calling. Just dial in. We'll hear your call, and we'll go from there.
Also, feel free to comment on the Facebook Live and ask any questions that you'd like. We'll do our best to answer every question that's given. The reason why we're doing this for education purposes, we want to better educate everybody here to understand what goes into a total refrigerated system, how it works. We're going to do our best, obviously. You know, the chiller is in fact outside, but we'll do our best here. But it is June,
Here you go.
and it is in fact in the it's in the 70s in this room, and it is in fact in the 80s outside, and we have ice. We actually have ice. This is our cafeteria. Some of our guys will actually come in for lunch. They'll lace them up for a little bit. They'll end up playing a little 3-on-3 and have a great time, obviously, while they burn off some of those calories. So we're excited to share this event with you and share this product with you. And if anything, hopefully we can actually give you a little bit more information about how our system works. And so therefore, you're not afraid to ask the question. You're not afraid to
Amazing.
be careful. Be careful. It is slippery.
So let me get a few words in here.
Yep.
So, as the co-owner of Iron Sleek, you know, this is all very, very precious to me because it started with a bracket. It started with a bracket to help DIYs put in a natural rink. And, you know, over like nearly a decade and a half after that, our customers want more ice, more time, more skating. And I just never thought we'd be at this level where we're inside of a cafeteria, but this is to show you what the winter looks like. That, you know, we're
Look at that. Huh?
Pretty cool.
We're making the elements. We're making the elements.
That's the idea behind it, guys.
So, and it's, you know, we started off with one size, and then we, you know, done what our customers have asked for. So this is one thing that customers have been asking for. We need a chiller. We need a system where we could put in a 20 by 40 rink, and then we could do an investment that'll last our family for years. And then if we want to add modules or go to bigger sizes.
Mike, I got to cut you off. We got our first caller here. Adam, where are you calling from?
Hey guys, Adam from Minnesota.
Hey, can you speak up a bit, Adam?
Yeah, it's Adam from Minnesota.
Oh, awesome, Adam.
Hey, Adam.
What's your question?
Yeah, first of all, I love what you guys are doing. These videos are awesome.
Thanks. We love the videos too.
I guess my big questions for this is it looks like there's a lot of equipment there and everything like that. Source a guy would need from his house to run one of these chillers.
Okay, so the question is, Mike, you gonna handle this one?
Yeah, so the question is, what type of power do you need? How do you get this going at a regular house? You know, so that's a great question, and the reason why this was developed, this is not off-the-shelf technology. Let me make that very, very clear. You do not go to a catalog and buy what we're showing you here. Okay, this is specifically made in an intelligent way so that the power can be divided so that you could take your chiller, move it next to your central air. Those are usually set up at 40 amps. 40 amps. So basically, you disconnect your AC, put your wire nuts on, you connect your chiller. You're already set up. No need to look into how to get power moved across the yard No need to figure out, power lines. It's right there. If you have a central air system that's 40 amps, you're good to go. That will plug in your chiller, and then your pump is a separate system that just runs on a standard 110 outdoor outlet. So that was actually why we made this entry level, so that first obstacle, it's out of the way. It's, where do I put the Rink? That's a really nice setup. I mean, makes sense, Adam?
Okay, we have another minute. I got people
A couple
calling.
quick questions. Basically, I also wanted to add to it. So Mike was talking about it all started from the bracket, and then we ended up developing kits here. And we were basically just trying to, there was a need for it. We provided a product to them. We provided kits, lumber supply, and they built a backyard ice rink. Last 2 years have been very, very challenging as far as the weather not cooperating. So there's a lot of discouraged parents that are in fact out there that do this every single year. The traditions go on from generation to generation. And that's kind of how it starts. And what we're starting to see is we don't want to see individuals being discouraged. We ended up going the route of portable refrigeration, and that applied to, that was basically directed towards certain clients, right? And so those could range, in certain cases, they can actually be over $100,000. So we wanted to develop a product here that was at a lower price point that could maybe appeal to a lot of other individuals. So therefore, they don't necessarily feel left out. So they can actually have their own portable refrigerator rig system. And that's one of the reasons why we developed this system, and we're trying to make it as easy as possible to put together, so you don't have to be, you don't have to end up having any sort of technical expertise. So
Thank
that's
you,
one of the
Sean.
reasons. You're welcome.
Okay, guys, we got another caller. This is great. Right off the bat, we got Joe R. here. Joe, can you tell us your question?
Yeah, please. I'm wondering if I still need a line.
A liner, yes.
Yes, a liner, and then also what is the standard ice thickness for outdoor?
Okay, good question.
So Joe, do you have a natural Rink?
Natural.
Okay, all right. So there's a couple differences between it. You guys want me to take this one?
I love the technical questions.
All right, you got it, Mike. Mike's got the technical
Joe, thanks.
questions.
Mike, our CEO, is going to take this, okay?
Do you still need a liner? I highly recommend that you still use a liner, because making ice will be faster. You also get the benefit of the white color of the liner from underneath. Also, when you have freeze and thaws, Joe.
So if you get a 70-degree day,
Right.
you don't lose the Rink, but the liner helps you keep that Rink so that it recovers over that weekend.
Right, so even, if it's 55 and raining, your water could just seep out the weep holes that we normally put in, and you keep all the water in place. When the weather comes back, usually it's not more than 12 hours, you're good to go and ready to skate.
Good questions, Joe. Good questions.
I grew up in Iowa. Are you able to put the Islanders on my ring, or is that not the case?
It's a good question.
You wanna take that, Sean?
Can I take that? So
Okay,
absolutely.
Sean, we
So
have a
on a
couple
natural,
minutes,
on a
right?
natural rink,
I got
essentially
another
what
call coming in,
happens
guys.
is that the ice is going to freeze from the top down. So unfortunately, with color,
Joe, keep
it's-
on listening. I'm going to answer this other call. Just keep on listening.
Unfortunately, with color, that is going to attract a lot of heat on the sun, so that will
Hi,
melt
this is
right away.
Anthony.
But with a refrigerated rink, you can actually look at like a mesh
Oh, hey,
decal,
Steve, hold on
and
a
you can
second,
actually
okay?
freeze that into the ice itself. A natural rink is going to freeze from the top down, and a refrigerated rink is going to freeze from the bottom up. So that's the main difference. So I'm sure everyone has had an issue maybe once in their life with where they've had a hole in their liner. So essentially what happens is that, because the water is still at the bottom, it could drain. But the refrigeration system, it's freezing from the bottom up, so it prevents that. So it's not as important.
But the logo's good to
The
go.
logo
You guys-
is great to question.
we
It's
got-
great to go.
You guys,
The logo's good to go,
I-
make sure it's good to cover it when it's sunny.
I know we got the
We got Steve from New York here,
Stanley
guys.
Cup.
When
In about half an
the
hour.
calls are backing up, I'm getting messages. Steve, go ahead and with your loudest voice, answer your questions.
Guys, I got a question for you. So I want to do a rink over my existing backyard grass. Can I leave the grass, or do I have to put down some kind of compacted base material under a rink? My plan would be to maximize my investment by maybe putting like Polyglide artificial ice, synthetic ice underneath, so they can skate in the summer, and when I pull up the glycol matting, stuff like that. Is that doable, you think, or am I reaching?
No, you're not reaching at all. We have a customer actually in Chicagoland who is on his 6th year. He has synthetic in the summer, and then he
Callers, if I miss your call, keep on calling, okay? Sorry about that.
in November, we transform it into ice. If you take a look at some of our YouTubes, it's called the Ice Rink Convertible. There's a real nice video on that. And the beautiful thing about that system is that it's so easy to put up every year because you can actually leave your boards up. We have a system where the mats will slide under the boards.
It's spectacular. You work
That's
that,
the plan.
yep, and you work that through the dasher, the yellow dasher.
Ice Rink Convertible, watch that video, and then get in touch with us. We'll explain to you how it works. We actually put one in last year. We put 2 in last year.
Yes, that's
one
right.
in New York and one in New Jersey.
Yeah.
New Jersey converted this when they tore down the rink.
Yeah.
Louis
Yeah.
converted.
Lou Marone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Louis. Yeah, he's in Spain. He was gonna call. Hey, Steve, do me a favor. Send me a message on this number, and I'll reach out to you in the next couple of days.
You got it. Thanks, guys.
Hey, appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
guys. Yeah, one of the reasons why we put out these videos is we want to better educate you. So such as questions like that, we want to make sure that we kind of show you that it is in fact possible that we can actually do it. So feel free
Hi,
to
this is
visit our
Anthony. Who's
website
this?
and check out one of the many videos. We
Oh,
have a whole
hey,
section
Adam.
on refrigeration. We have
Sean,
a whole
we got a
section
call.
on synthetic conversion. Please feel free to
That's a great option. That's a
Hey,
great year round.
We got Adam here. Oh, Adam, hey. How's it going?
I'm doing all right.
We got Coach Adam here. He was actually here testing out our rink. Was that yesterday?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
All right, Adam. So you've been a hockey player and a coach all your life since you were a young guy. Now you got kids. They were playing hockey. You're coaching. Tell us about your experience. Speak up real loud because we got some background noise.
Yeah, so the kids loved it. It's great ice. It's great for training and working on many different aspects of the game, from edge work to acceleration, puck handling. And one of my kids is a goalie, so he had a ton of fun out there, being able to actually put his pads on and do some individual work and practice that he doesn't usually get to do in something like, say, a stick and puck or something like that.
Oh, that's awesome. And think about this, right? Ice time. It's free ice time.
Oh yeah. With the cost of ice rentals or even going to, like I said, a stick and puck or something like that, sometimes there's too many players out there. You don't get the time, even if you have a coach or an instructor or the room. So being able to have your own little area and something like that's a great size.
Awesome.
You can get so
No,
much
Adam.
done.
Let's see if these
Thank
dashes
you.
are.
I was able to watch. I was able to watch your kids
Those boards are frozen.
with skating out there. They had a great time. They were cutting into the ice, handled it perfectly well, right? And it was like 85 degrees that day, right?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
the ice it wasn't sloppy ice or anything like that.
Oh, cool.
And I was out there, I weigh 180 and it
Ha!
cut up for me. So
Adam, any other questions you got?
nothing I can think of off the top of my
I
head.
have a quick question for you, Adam. I've seen you skate and I've seen you coach. What do you think about 20 by 40? Can you, as an entry level, young kids,
Intro kit.
you think that'll help get your kids skating better, getting prepared?
Oh, definitely. You can get, like I said, even like an adult on there, like a couple of adults, you can get so much done on that size. That's a great size to start off at. Whether you have a beginner or somebody that's playing at a higher end, college, AAA, like I said, you can work on so much in that size. There's a lot more room than what you think of when you try to visualize it.
And Adam, another quick question. What is the benefit of having ice time that you have at home, right? As far as the progression, as far as those skills are concerned. As far as with what you're seeing from your students.
You can do so much more. Like yes, there's a lot of stuff you can do training off ice and during the summer or, at home. But to be able to be on the ice, it's a different feel. So you can do your rollerblades all summer, but it's not going to be the same as cutting on that ice on your skates, acceleration and all that. You get a lot more feedback.
Ice is ice.
on actual ice.
Ice is ice.
Yeah. It really is. It really is. Anything else as far as like you could definitely do on a 20 by 40 at like a 3-on-3, right?
Yeah. If you have younger kids in that, I can totally see them doing 3-on-3 and having a blast out there.
What about adults?
Kids, they love it.
Oh, hey, we got another call. This is.
All right, Adam.
Hey, Adam, thank you, man.
Thanks,
Appreciate
buddy.
it. Appreciate it a lot, Coach. Talk to you later.
All right.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Anthony, how you doing?
Hey, really good. I appreciate you calling in. Alex is actually somebody who's seriously looking into this rink for a opportunity that he has. Alex, tell us a little bit about yourself.
No, I played 7 years pro. I played Division I hockey as a goalie, and I just want to continue showing and developing the goalies ahead of me and just giving them a good training facility. And you guys at Iron Sleep with that new chiller that you guys have is absolutely the most perfect, ideal situation for me. I came into the facility a few days ago to check it out, and the ice looks phenomenal. The whole concept is perfect. I just think you guys are doing an excellent job over there.
Alex, you're the best. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming off the ice for a sec. I really appreciate it. Hey, I got another caller. I got to take it. Talk to you soon, man. All right. All right, bye-bye. Okay, who's on the line?
Hi, this is Gabe Ruffalo.
Gabe Ruffalo. Where you from?
I'm from Boston.
Boston? Ah, you guys love hockey.
Yeah, and winning hockey.
Yeah.
Go Celtics.
So, Gabe,
We didn't have enough in the tank this year.
Gabe, listen, we're on timeline. What's going on? Tell me your question. I don't mean to be pushing you, but I got people calling in.
It's all right. I know everything you're talking about is beautiful. You know, but you don't know what scares me. What scares me is what's the price tag on that bad boy?
Okay, we're going to wait a little bit, but I guess it's time. Mike,
Is it time?
Mike, are you ready?
Well, yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
All
I'm
right,
excited.
Absolutely. Let's
I'm
do
excited.
it.
This is an investment.
You had the guts, okay? Alex, follow us over there, okay?
This is an investment, guys.
Please.
This is Gabe Ruffalo from Boston. They got good Italian food over there, Gabe Ruffalo. We are, I think you're a paisan like us here. That's why we got the Italian flag here. We are proud to be Americans, but we're also proud of the heritage that our parents worked so hard here, and here we are.
Yes.
Okay.
For
Gabe,
Missouri.
can you see what it says? There's a 967, then there's a 0, but what the main number there is that one there. So there, what do we got here, Mike?
All right.
3. It's a 4.
2.
It's a 4. There it is, guys.
Whoa.
There it is.
Oh!
There it is.
20,900.
10-year investment, $2,000 a year. Look at that.
Can you repeat that again? Did you say it's only 20,000?
Yeah, obviously you gotta pay the Uncle Sam some tax, and you gotta pick it up.
But I was saying from Boston, you pay cash.
So
That's
Gabe,
great.
I know you're just asking now, but what do you think? Should I?
20,000 ain't bad.
Yeah.
Why just grab a few extra lobsters in the harbor? I'll be set.
So, I think this is a great price. This is not an off-the-shelf chiller. This is an ice rink chiller. It's
not a toy.
It has 6 horsepower in compressing. It has 4 tons.
4 tons plus.
4
right?
tons plus of cooling. This is a nice machine, and it's going to do a 20 by 40, which is a great entry level, and you can grow into what's next.
Gabe, I'm sorry.
Gabe, keep
I'm
on
sorry, but I
going.
got another caller.
But thank you for calling.
Hey,
Thank you
if
for
we're in
calling.
Boston, we'll come out and see you.
Hey, who you picking for the finals here?
Oh, here we said.
All right, Gabe, I gotta go. Bye. Caller, who is this?
This is Richard from Mundelein. I just got a quick question.
Okay, Richard, go ahead. Keep it brief, all right?
Yes. Can I do this shit myself? I'm gonna hang up and listen to my answer.
So the question was,
Repeat
was,
the question yourself.
one more, wait, Richard, one more time, can you say it one more
We're
time?
live here, guys.
The question was, can I do this shit myself? Or do
This
I
is
have
a
to-
good show. This is family friendly. Richard, this is a family friendly show.
Okay, who wants to take this?
You take it.
All right.
I think you should take it.
I,
Okay, Richard, I'll talk to you later. Thanks.
This-
I hope it didn't rain too much in Mundelein.
this system is designed to be DIY. Everything's plug and play. Come on over here. You got a supply pipe and a return pipe.
By the way, we are walking on ice here. so
These
we're
have
walking
quick
down
clips. They unclip and they reclip. Okay, and then they connect to this piping network that goes across. It unrolls.
Piping network here. You just unroll it, plug and play.
Yeah, that's right. Here's an example of one of the mats.
So the piping network just
Unrolls.
Go ahead, Sean, if you hope step on that.
It's much easier than this one is.
But you just unroll it.
Yep.
And you put it in place.
No, it's strapped.
Yes,
This is
it's
as far as
strapped.
But so you get the point there.
It's an idea.
Zoom out.
And then you fill it. You fill it with the glycol, which keeps it cold, and that connects to the chiller.
How long does the glycol last?
A lifetime, as long as you keep it clean. You know, it should, just like in your vehicle. It's very, very rare that you pass the lifetime of your vehicle and do an antifreeze flush. So, Richard, you can do it yourself. Call a handy friend.
Did you tell
Some
them
common
about our
sense?
support?
Yes. In addition to that, you don't have to do it yourself. We have an amazing network across the United States.
You can have us do it.
You can have us in the Midwest. We also travel. We have New York, New Jersey support. We have certified installers in the Boston area.
Minnesota.
Minnesota
Wisconsin.
is Wisconsin. So we have a really great network.
Basically the Northeast and Midwest.
Yeah, and we also have hit west. Last year we hit Livingston, Montana.
Yeah.
So we also put together kits for installs out west. So, but Richard, I think you can do it. Get some handy friends, a little bit of common sense. Doesn't take anything, like an engineering degree.
Mike, can I jump in?
Sure.
Okay, not only can, we're actually gonna have step by step. So the first step would be how to build your box. We would prefer that you use iron sleek boards. We have tall boards. We have a tall board.
Yeah, there's a tall board back here, a 42-inch tall board. You can also do a
medium
hybrid
short,
configuration.
Or hybrid, tall on the end, short on the side with a little entryway. Oh, we got another call.
You know, one of the things really quick, just to go back to Richard's question,
Let me put this caller
DIY.
on hold for a second.
Essentially with what, if I can do it,
Caller,
anyone
can
can
you
do it.
hold a second?
And in addition to that, my
Thank
thought
you.
is that we will give you guys plans as far as putting it together. We're also continuing to come up with education videos that we can actually show you step by step on how to put these systems together.
Where's that?
So
Sean, you work in sales, right?
I do work in sales.
And consulting.
That's correct.
For
That's
ice
correct.
rinks. Can you build this rink?
Absolutely.
Oh, hey, you
No
guys
doubt,
gotta have the
no
mic.
doubt.
You gotta have the mic. Hey, where's that thing? The
Hello?
shuffleboard thing.
Oh, the
Steve, just another minute. Can I okay? Can I have your patience? Mike, I wanna see that board.
You want to see this board?
Yeah, I wanna see that board.
I'm coming. Who's on the phone?
I got Steve, what's your name? It's Steve, right? Okay, yeah, hold on a sec. Mike, hold it tight.
Come on. Hey, oh, man.
crazy.
This guy's crazy.
You're gonna kill him.
Hey, I was still wanting to sell that board.
Looks brand new to
Hey, but
me.
you know what? That was amazing.
Okay.
Board
Steve,
looks great.
What was even more amazing is we got that on video.
okay, we got one more thing before I get Steve on, okay? But besides that, step by step, we're gonna show you how to set up the header. We're gonna show your electrician how to plug it into the AC. We're gonna show you guys how to roll out the mat. We're gonna show you all the troubles. We're gonna have we have a hotline you can call. Obviously, besides the hotline, you'll have either your contact, whoever helped you with the rink, will be able to call you on a cell phone basis. So we'll be there full service. Now, Steve, where are you calling from?
New Jersey.
New Jersey. Jersey. What's your question, Steve?
What is the maintenance required on this rig versus a natural?
Okay. I think
What was the question?
Mike, Sean should answer
Oh,
this.
make the difference.
how does this compare to maintaining a natural rink? Obviously, they're hockey families, and they're used to the shovel and the wand. We got
Okay.
stuff on our
So-
our website too.
Maintenance is a breeze.
Good question.
Once you build your ice, it takes a few days to build your ice. You have to
Layer,
layer freeze. But once you build your ice, you basically should be on autopilot. And I learned from a real smart friend of mine who did these for many years that you could put in some weeping holes. So once you get your level, Alex, can you turn around this
Somebody
way?
might know what a weeping hole is.
Okay.
Why would you put a weeping hole?
I'm going to explain. So that's where the maintenance gets figured out. So right at the ice level, you put a few holes. So this way, the maintenance problem will be precipitation. So
Rain.
Rain. So when it rains, you don't want that rain layer to freeze on and create crud. So it'll just kind of
We got a hockey game, so
it'll kind of just fall out the side.
move it, keep it moving.
So besides that, Steve, you could resurface the top like you would do on your natural. The snow is not a panic, okay? You can fool around with the temperatures a little bit.
Yep.
So if
Also,
I was gonna bring up, that's
ice
a good
is solid.
point.
you want to explain what temperatures?
Absolutely. So going back to with what Mike was saying, so what you're throughout the season, if your chiller's on, it's actually easier to maintain a refrigerated rink than it is a natural rink. And throughout the season, the rink is going to pull moisture out of the air and it's going to build your ice. So ideally, you are going to end up having roughly about 1.5 inches to 2 inches over the mats. The mats are going to be 1 inch. So essentially what you're going to be looking at is going to be anywhere from 2.5 to 3 inches. Unlike with where we consider safe ice at 4 inches, okay? So when Mike was talking about the weeping holes and the shoveling of the snow and whatnot, you know, we've all been experiencing some rain that has actually come in November, December, and obviously we don't want that to freeze. So you can actually turn the temp down on the chiller, and so therefore it will not continue to freeze. And with the addition of the weeping holes, that has a place to now end up escaping the rink. And so therefore, it makes it a lot easier to maintain than that of a natural rink. So hopefully, Steve, that answers your question, but if not, and also to all the other viewers, if we don't get to your question, or if there's another question that you think of,
You can
and
text
you,
this
you're
number,
more than welcome to
email
text,
us.
or you can also call our main office.
I've
We
got
are-
comments here we have to answer to. Also.
Absolutely, I
So,
think that we should do that.
Steve, it's a breeze. It's actually a pleasure because the work you do benefits you because you're freezing from the bottom and you're not praying for tomorrow's cold.
Yeah.
And I love natural rinks and I am a gung-ho dad and I did it and I'm trying to make it work for the
Steve,
party.
just listen in because I gotta take this other call.
But Steve, thank you. But the work you put in is not in vain because it freezes from the bottom. I have a question here. You mind if I take a few questions here?
well, hold on, we can answer those later. We got live calls coming in.
Okay, we'll get back to you, Michael. Michael, I will get back to you. I don't know exactly where you're from, but that's a great question, and we'll answer that. And Steve Snow, I did reply.
Hi, this is Anthony.
Hi, just calling for a question.
Nice. What is your name and where are you calling from?
This is Creamy. I'm calling from the Chicagoland area.
Oh, hey Creamy, thanks for calling. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I was just wondering, what if I have a different board system?
Great question.
Oh,
Great question.
good question.
That question makes me cringe, but we're okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay, Mike, why don't you take it?
I can answer the question.
Okay.
So
We got
we
another
have a
call
lot of
coming in.
customers that basically have called in and said they're having the same trouble. Obviously, they've got natural rink and the weather doesn't always cooperate, but they've already made the large investment in another board system. So we actually have made efforts to come up with an integration kit, and so that's kind of what we offer to our customers now. So it can be effectively integrated. This refrigeration system can be integrated into any board system. So
While
you
he's
can
talking,
use-
can you just show some of this?
Yes, so basically we have lumber system, standard lumber, if you choose to go that route. You can use our boards, you can use any other manufacturer's boards, and we've come up with this integration kit, and essentially, we're freezing the boards into the ice, so that's kind of
With our
our
bases.
With our base,
We have
yes,
a
absolutely.
custom base that'll adapt to. You don't have to even penetrate into the
That's
ground.
correct, so I can go on, so also, we did a job years ago on turf.
I got another call. I'm gonna take this one, guys. Creamy, keep on listening. We'll illustrate
Keep
in a
going,
minute.
Sean. Keep
So
going.
really quick, we did a job a few years back, and it was on turf. And one of the
Hey,
issues-
Brian.
One of the issues on turf is that
Good,
you
good.
cannot
Give me
drive
one
any
sec. We're
stakes
finishing
into the
up
ground
with something.
with turf. And so with our base, it's not necessary. We can sit, so you can sit right on top of the
We know this.
on the turf,
Yeah,
on the asphalt, and then essentially, because we're freezing the boards in, We don't have to drill into the concrete, we don't have to drill into the asphalt, we don't have to.
We're
drill
gonna
into-
illustrate that
so
after
works
the
out
live.
well. Great question.
Yeah, cool. Hey, this call is actually a friend of ours. He's a Rink owner since 2023.
Would he be our friend if we didn't make him ice?
Okay, so right here we got Brian D. Brian, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Glastonbury, Connecticut.
Connecticut, guys. Warm Connecticut. And you bought one of our bigger rinks, and
My rink is 32 by 60 with a 10-ton chiller.
yeah, and that's our flagship system with the customized 10 ton. That's our baby. We love that chiller. How was your experience? How was your experience working with us? How was your experience with the chiller? How was your experience with your neighbor? I know your rink is actually when people ask, "Can I see a beautiful rink?" I send them a picture of yours. So Brian, tell us about it.
We absolutely love it. I've been building rinks for a couple of years for my son who plays hockey, and it was really frustrating because you spend all the time, effort, and energy, and you only get about 5 days of skating. When I ran across you guys on social media, I knew it was something I needed to do. Right from the jump, dealing with you guys has been absolutely amazing. Customer service is absolutely fantastic. Delivered on time as promised. It's rare in any industry in today's day and age that the owner comes out and ensures that the rink is set up correctly. He was there on site early, stayed until the job was done. We were making ice before he left, before he walked off site. And then, it even got better from there. Whenever I had any questions, only a phone call away. We got skating from the week before Thanksgiving all the way through March, I believe, into the first couple weeks of April.
That's crazy.
That's great.
For Glastonbury, Connecticut.
I have a question for you, and I thank you very much for the compliments. I put everything I got into it. But the handoff. So you're in Connecticut. Are you taken care of now?
Oh yeah, it's amazing. If I ever have a question, it's a text message or phone call away. The turning off the ring, any questions, it was a phone call away. When to drill the pile, when to drill the holes. The smallest it may sound, because the new rink owner, it's a donkey pass. But a phone call away, it made it super simple.
Hey,
And we love to hear that, absolutely. We that's what we end up doing. We try to make sure that we're available to answer any questions in which you guys have. In the event if there's any sort of issues, we make ourselves available to see if we can't solve it over the phone, or we do our best just to make sure that you're not alone. Because, again, you're absolutely right. Being that it's your first year with a refrigerated rink, there's a lot of questions that come up. And knowing that you have a source that you can actually go to and talk to somebody and ask those questions, even afterwards, hey, my temp here is, should I set it higher because it's supposed to rain and whatnot? We're here to answer those questions, and so thank you very much. I'm glad that that was your experience with us.
Brian,
It's always good to
we
hear.
appreciate that. I hope you don't twist our arm later for any favors.
Brian,
we
you-
appreciate the call.
I have a real important question for you. Another important question.
Put me on this call if I didn't mean all that.
I know. We love
I have another important question. You had a little more room on that pad. You gonna add a chiller maybe?
I would in a heartbeat. The only issue for me is I'm maxed out electrically.
Yeah.
So I'd have to trench for another line to the street, and I'm pretty far away from the street. So that's my only hesitation from going forward.
But how is the 32 by 60 worked out for you?
It's perfect. I've run 3-on-3 games for my son who's 8 without a problem. We've had 3-on-3 adult games, no problem. It has been, 60 by 30, 60 by 32 my game is a perfect size. I've had skills practices here, skating coaches here, and then I've had 2 entire hockey teams here playing 3-on-3 on
Ah! Yeah, that's awesome. Hey, Brian, we appreciate you. We're there for you. You're the best, and
Yeah,
it's,
thank you.
it's always easy.
Absolute
You
pleasure.
know, you know your stuff, and we appreciate that.
You really quick, I wanted to bring up a point that Mike actually touched on. He had asked if he was looking to expand. One of the beauties of this particular system,
All
the
right,
20
man.
by
Thanks a
40
lot.
system, is that it's completely
Modulator,
modular.
appreciate
So
it.
we
Bye-bye.
can in fact expand this particular rink by adding on, and we're more than happy to work with you guys if you're looking to kind of trade it in as far as the length has got to be longer or shorter. We can in fact adjust that.
So Sean, a 20 by 40.
Yeah.
Add one more system. How big can you go?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, think about it, guys. I mean, 1,600 square feet.
Yeah. And
So-
you could multiply it out. That could be 30 by 55.
Yep. Yep.
So you start at a spot.
Yeah.
But we're talking in general about our refrigerator rigs, and so we've done as big as 80 by 180.
We've done some larger ones as that
And
too, so, you know.
We've done smaller rinks, and the problem with the smaller rinks was actually this: is that we didn't have a chiller that was cost effective at this size, and that's what today's reveal is about. We have a cost effective chiller at this size. At this size, that's going to work for you. You get in, you enjoy your skating 3 years, 4 years down the road. If you want to add another chiller, or you could come back and talk to us and say, hey Mike, we maybe want to trade in and look at getting a double or a different size. We're open to that. We do a lot of helping with our customers getting to where through their process of being a skating family. Many times. So we've traded 7 tons to 10 tons, we'd add 10 tons to 7 tons, and now we have this 5 ton here, which is a special chiller that we can add on to.
I want to remind everybody that we're sitting here with that chiller working.
Is it still frozen?
It is. Nice. We're nice.
But we're in our cafeteria here,
Yeah.
and the thermostat over there, Alex, says 70-something degrees, but obviously we're not in the sun. And then outside is a really hot day. It hit 90 today.
Hold on.
So we're working. We're doing good here.
Come here. Now let's check this out. It's 90.
90 outside right now. We're sitting on ice in our cafeteria. Now, this is, remember, besides like a goalie spot that could be inside, inside has different things that you have to worry about. But this is, we're showing you this inside because we're in Chicago and it's 90 degrees.
And it would
But
have never worked outside in the sun.
think about
right?
this.
So-
This chiller, this system here, from Thanksgiving to St. Patty's Day, or something like that, depending on where you live, you're skating in your backyard, and it's very affordable. Did anybody talk about how inexpensive the electricity might be?
Yeah, I'll take the electricity. So it depends on where you live.
Your
but,
rates,
Yeah, as a
It's
rule,
going to vary.
and the particular winter.
so as a rule of thumb, you take the square footage, divide it by 2, and take off like 100. So this could be between 300 and 400 a month to run electric to keep ice.
But also to add to that, you want to make sure that you understand that this is a weather-assisted system, and so the outside temperatures are going to contribute, and because there's a thermostat on it,
Yeah,
it'll shut
thermostat's
off.
important.
It'll end up shutting off the
Yeah.
system.
So if you're in
therefore
Minnesota-
you're running in Minnesota.
As opposed to DC.
Well, last year in Minnesota, they had 50 degrees for Christmas, so therefore they were running, right? So-
Right.
But on a
most of the
regular
time,
And a regular,
they're
under normal
skating at 30
circumstances.
degrees.
Absolutely, which is a much more, great point. So it's a much more pleasant experience when you're skating in your 30s in a sweatshirt and also maybe your jersey and whatnot, as opposed to bundled up in 20-degree weather. So it is much more enjoyable than basically having to bundle up. Because I know at my age, I get out where I'm out there for like maybe a 3-minute shift. I'm out at the fire, I'm kind of warming up, and then I'm like, okay, it's time to go. So
And I want to talk about one of our customers.
yeah.
One of our customers is an engineer, and he was starting to chart the amount of electric he was using.
Caleb.
Yeah, his name's Caleb.
In New York.
So if you see him commenting, this guy knows his stuff. But he was able to optimize the electric usage by changing the temperature throughout the day, depending clouds, if it's sunny, not sunny. Just absolutely astounding what you can do if you start paying attention. Say you're going on vacation, you're not going to use your ring. You can raise the temperature up to say 29 degrees instead of keeping it an ice temperature.
Mike, we got another call.
We have another caller.
Actually, it's one of our customers. He's in DC. I know him very well.
Can't have ice in DC.
Yeah, you can't have ice in DC. This is Mike B. And tell us about your experience with us here, and tell us where you live, and your history as when you were younger, and what you want to do for your kids. Tell us all about that, Mike.
Oh, absolutely. Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, Mike.
Thanks for having me. You know, I grew up in the Midwest. I grew up in Des Moines, Iowa, and skating on ponds and frozen tennis courts, and really loving it. When we moved to Chicago for a while, and I played hockey my whole life. I played club hockey at Colorado State. Just love ice skating, love playing hockey, and I wanted my kids to love it too. And we moved out to Washington D.C. You know, your only options are driving an hour away on a crowded public skate. Wasn't the best way, I think, to teach kids how to skate.
Sure.
And so I started kind of poking around on outdoor rinks, and they came across Iron Sleek, and loved that they're from Chicago, and kind of loved the idea of a chiller rink where, you know, DC gets cold, but doesn't get cold enough like it does in the Midwest. I think the coldest usually ever gets is 15 degrees for maybe a week, but it really hovers around 30 to 40 degrees in the winter.
Yeah, so you can't have a natural rink.
No, you can't at all. And we have a cool little side yard in our house up in Chevy Chase, DC, and I thought it'd be perfect for a little rink. And from the minute I reached out to these guys, they were responsive and helped me design the rink, and the right size for the rink, and the right chiller for the rink. Never-ending troubleshooting and support. But the good thing is that you have that. The bad thing is that I didn't really need it, I guess. So the first year it was pretty easy.
That's good.
To do. I mean, I will say, like, taking care of ice was a little bit harder than I thought, but and I think we all kind of learned lessons. The online community and on Facebook in general, and with Iron Sleek, it's extremely supportive. And honestly, the one thing I really learned for next year is just to have a much better kind of shade system, because unlike Chicago, that's kind of
You're in DC.
It's sunny here, so I'm gonna really design a cool shade system and show you guys. But it was magical for the kids, honestly. What's great is sometimes they go out there for 8 minutes, and sometimes they go out there for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And they just kind of learn to love skating, and it wasn't even much hockey, you know, that first winter. It was just skating, and neighborhood kids came over, and it was truly a magical winter. I think my wife was reluctant to what it would be, and by the end of it, she's like, "We gotta send these kids up to hockey. They need to do it." And so, you know, we'll see what it brings. They came and took it down for us in early March.
Yeah, you had us do the set up and install service. A lot of guys do it themselves, and some of I'd say, you know, a good half do it themselves and half have us do it. We're happy either way. Hey, Mike. Mike has a question for you, but before I send you to Mike, I want to mention everybody. What was your final size on that? I know we were working. I forced you to go a little bigger. What was your final size?
We were 20 feet by 50 feet.
Okay, so 20 by 50, very comparable to the rink you're looking at right here. And I want to talk to you guys about family memories, okay? We got one go around here, and either you're going to leave your kids something, or you're going to leave them a memory skating with their mom and their dad. And I would tell you that we've made it so you can do both. This is not going to break the bank. We're going to work with you if we need to. Our price is good, so we're not really going to work on that. But if you need a little timing here and there from start to finish, we'll make sure that happens. But this is about family skate, family memories, kids learning how to skate, practicing their skills, ice time. This is about this. This is why we're doing this. Yeah, this is our smallest rink, but it's a great rink, and it's going to work for years. Secondly, as you go, we can get you bigger rinks, a 24 by 50, a 32 by 60, a 44 by 80. We do so many of those, but this is about family memories, the experience. When that kid grows up and says, "Yeah, my dad was on the ice with me," that means a lot. Wouldn't you say so, Mike?
Sean's got this.
No, go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, no, I would say so. I mean, some of the best memories of our winter was skating on the rink Christmas morning when the cousins were over skating at 6 in the morning. The pictures we have, the before and after of my son pushing, at 4 years old, pushing a chair around on the ice trying to stand up to doing hockey stops, you know, just 30 days later.
That's
It's
amazing.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And you know, those memories are definitely, you know, you had mentioned that you grew up in Des Moines. Did you say that you would end up doing this with your father as well?
We used to go skating on ponds.
On ponds, yes.
Outside or in public skating in Des Moines was, you know, way less crowded than a big city like Chicago and DC. And you know, you got it earlier, but I mean, it took me years to get as good as my son got in 2 months. It's kind of incredible.
That's phenomenal.
Hey, Mike, thanks a lot, man. We're gonna let you go. Put those kids to bed. We appreciate you.
All right.
We'll talk to you later.
Thanks, Mike.
Thanks, Mike.
In December. See you guys in December.
Hey, man, thank you. I gotta mention one more thing. We grew up
Yeah.
skating on park districts,
Yeah.
ponds,
Yeah, they used to flood the football
tennis
fields.
courts, football
Yeah.
fields.
Yeah.
That, I wish that could happen, but it doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah.
And you're gonna put in a lot of work with, you're gonna buy, if you don't have our kit, you're gonna buy something on the internet, you're gonna use it for a few days, and then it's gonna sit there and be a pond.
Yeah.
Our solution makes your investment worthy. You get to skate for months. 120 days is not unreasonable, right, Mike?
Yeah, it's
Ice
available.
is not free anymore in the sense that you could find a frozen lake or a frozen pond, even in Michigan, in Minnesota, in Wisconsin. I couldn't believe the surge of business that we had in Minnesota. Mike, you have something to say?
Yeah, I do. So, on that note, my biggest regret is that I waited too long to put in a refrigerated rig. I did put one in. You could
Can you tell us your story?
You could go to YouTube and watch the story, but we just had so many memories, so many great times, and I waited and waited and waited. And I invest in my kids. I invest in my yard. If you've seen any of the videos through the past of what we do, we just have a great time as a family. But I waited too long. Don't let that be you. Don't let that be you. If your kids are young, you are going to get a ton out of it. I'm going to answer one of the comments, is how long do these last? We have not put a chiller to sleep yet. Our very first chiller,
2011, right?
Matt's behind us. What year was our very first chiller?
2013.
Which
Yeah.
we bought it. We bought
It was
it used.
Yeah, it was. That chiller's like an 04 or 05.
Yeah, it's like an 04 and 05. That chiller is still running in an establishment in the city of Chicago. Okay, I'm not saying that.
We had to change the compressor.
Yeah,
but
they
we're
changed the
talking about
compressor,
20
but-
years. But we're not saying that's going to be your life. But that is the
But the end
experience
game.
that we had.
Here's the end game. You're done, and you could sell it to another family, and you could recap. I had done the math on it. You could recap every cent of electric that you put into that ring for the years that you used it. So your electric cost is a wash. I highly recommend this. You have to look at it not at face value for the price. You have to look at it for what it gives you, and then also what you give back. I even had one customer who skated for 3 years, and his kids were no longer like interested in hockey, whatever. And he enjoyed it so much that he gave it to the next family for. He was able to. He says he gave it away, but he was able to get 50% of his initial investment back, which is not off the table. So you put that in, you get half back after 5 years, 10 years, whatever you use it for. You really didn't spend that much money, and you're going to miss out on great family times.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you got to take care of stuff, and
You know, the thing
depends
that
on the market. But
absolutely. The thing to add to this is that, you know, it is a large investment, and it's going to be expensive for some families, but yet at the same time there's a exit plan, right? So there's a ability in order to either repurpose the chiller, maybe reconfigure. Also, one of the benefits of portability is that in the event that you move, maybe there's a job relocation or whatnot, and you want to end up selling it to somebody else, maybe the family that's moving in isn't a hockey family or isn't a skating family and they don't want it. So you have the ability in order to sell it to another family or take it with you if you're going to be going to
Recertification with us,
Yes,
so they don't even have
absolutely.
to deal with it.
We'll do it. We do a lot of the maintenance here, and we offer those particular services to our customers. One of the things I also want to, we have a lot of customers that are actually calling in that are sharing their experiences. And we actually reach out to some of those customers to give testimonials, and that to better educate you. Again, we pride ourselves on how good of a job in which we do for our customers, because those are our best marketing sources. So those individuals are going to end up telling them, they're going to have kids over, they're going to have other families over. I want one, and then they're going to tell their story, and that's kind of how we get the calls, we get the inquiries, and then we are very, very open to answering any questions in which you have on the topic.
Well, you guys were good?
Yeah, the game's on. So
Okay.
Game's on.
I just want to close, but I want to say a couple things before that, okay? One thing to remember about a refrigerated rink is that you skate on the good days. You're not just skating when it's 11 degrees or 0, when it's nobody really wants to go outside. You're skating at 30, 40, whatever, it depends on your environment, depends on your slide, but you're skating on the good days. You have a party, you can rely on that party. You don't have to worry about the weather. We take the question of the weather mostly out of the equation, right? For the most part,
Yes,
unless
yes,
it's
yep.
65 degrees or 50 and raining.
That's exactly right. Not weather
in your
dependent.
40s, we're
You
skating.
heard Mike, the Christmas
Okay.
morning.
I mean, we got this for you. We did all this work. Obviously,
Engineering.
we want to repeat ourselves. Your kids will get ice time, practice. There was Brian F. in Elmhurst. His daughter practiced so much that she did the Michigan in a game. 9-year-old kid practiced so much that she scored a goal on the boys' team doing the Michigan. I mean, and I asked him, how'd you get that? Well, she said she just practiced all the time in the yard. But I said, isn't she busy with practice? She goes, she doesn't care. She always wants to skate in her own rink, in her own yard. He said, I had the best parties. Actually, his videos on in our YouTube page. Check it out. Check out our YouTube page. A lot of information, a lot of different rink sizes.
FAQ.
Our FAQs on our website.
Absolutely. And if there's something on there that we don't answer, call us. We encourage. We're very friendly. We're not gonna yell at you or anything along those lines. Please
No hard
call
sell.
us. Exactly. There's no hard sell. We're more than happy to answer any questions in which you end up having and
One
stuff.
more thing we didn't
Yeah.
mention. So the other part we didn't mention, because we're focusing on low cost and do it yourself, but we do the white glove service. We've been to some of the most amazing homes, and we've put together amazing rinks. They use us for every aspect of the rink. Set it up, tear it down, haul it away, store it, bring it back the next year. We have an entire warehouse dedicated to that. I think we're probably storing somewhere north of 25 rinks just here in Chicago, not to mention all the other locations.
Yeah, we already touched on all of those.
We do park districts, okay? We did Grays Lake here in Illinois. We did
We did
Morris, Illinois.
Pontiac, Illinois.
Pontiac, Illinois. What was the one? McHenry. We just installed McHenry. That was a 40 by 60. Itasca Country Club. The Kentigny Park. Kentigny.com.
Yeah. We did Belle Reeve Country Club.
Yeah.
In St. Louis. So.
Our rink size generally go up to about 80 by 120 for the commercial installations. So we're not just, what I'm saying is our expertise is, our pride and joy is this, but our expertise is this. So you have to understand that we have 3 teams of technicians, we have 2 engineers, we have a VP of sales, a sales assistant, and we also have a customer service manager, which is myself. We're here for you. We're dedicated to this. You can see our passion. You can see our love for families and hockey and skating. We're ready for you. We're not, like Mike was saying earlier, that we're not a phone call in a condo trying to sell it, buying a chiller and selling it. We stock chillers, we stock compressors, we stock capacitors.
Freon.
We stock Freon.
Pipes, plumbing.
So not that we expect things to go wrong, but let's just say you buy a used chiller from somebody else and you had it a year and it breaks down. Nobody can fix it, but our team has capacity and the skill and the knowledge. We design systems. We have great partners with Custom Ice. We're awesome here, and I don't want to say that, but we feel that we are the best in the industry, and we are you don't want to buy a car that doesn't have a place that you can get service. We are that kind of place.
Full service.
We are
Absolutely.
full. Not only are we full service, we have the capacity to answer your questions, to meet your needs, not just sell you something and walk away. Our chillers are made either in the United States or Canada, and that means a lot. These systems
Off-the-shelf
are
components.
tried and true.
Yep.
Okay, I think we're
One
done. We
last
appreciate all
thing.
you being
Listen,
on with us.
we're going to have this rink up here for probably the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's a
and
good call.
for local customers or even customers that are in neighboring states, or if you're ever going to be in Addison, Illinois, and you want to come visit, please feel free to give us a call.
I think I sold it though.
What's that?
This ring.
No.
We're not
I'm
taking
gonna have
it
this
down.
one. We're
We're
going to
gonna-
take it down. We're going to leave it up, and if you'd like to come visit us, to come see the rink.
It's
and
sold.
how it
This
actually
rink is
works.
sold.
This rink is sold. But if you'd like to come see it, please, I encourage you to call us and set up a time to come in, and we're more than happy to walk you around, explain how the system works, and with what goes into this particular system, so you too can have ice as well too. We can talk about your specific yard. You know, not every yard is going to be different. Customized systems as far as sizes and whatnot. So anything, please. We're up for a limited time, so feel free to call us. That's all I got.
No, man! Zachary, come in here.
Come here, it's the guy who did the video.
Let's
hear it.
Yeah!
Let's go! Get some ice! Come on! You can do it! You can do it, guys! This is your year. Make it happen. Christmas gift. Let's go! Yeah! Let's go!
Sign it off. Iron Sleek.
Signing off.
That's right. Signing off. That went well. I grew a mustache just for this.